Everyone needs to raise the funds. Okay, so every business organization require funds for the various activities. So what are the activities? Like it may require the funds for the long term, or it may require the funds for the short term. Long term requirement, or the you can say the long term requirement are the funds which are required for fixed assets, which is for, you can say, which basically improve our earning capacity. Okay, and whereas the short term requirement funds are there that are needed for the day to day activities, or you can say for the working capital. So we have two types of requirement: either we require funds for a long term, or either we require our funds for the short term. Accordingly, since our requirements are of two types, so we have two types of sources. We can raise funds either from the long term sources or the short term sources. So what are the long term sources means? Like issue of share, debentures, preference share, they come under a long term. Okay, whereas the short term are like having a loan from a bank, it comes under the short term requirement, or you can say a bank credit. So these are basically a short term funds. So what does the capital structure means? So the capital is basically, you can say, which is required for all the business activity. And you're basically, even if you are a small organization, medium organization, you require capital. So capital may be raised from various sources. So if you can say a proper level of a capacity of a, I have written in the line, if the company maintains proper and adequate level of capital, it will earn high profit and they can provide more dividend to its shareholder. What does it means? Like having an adequate structure. Okay, that means there should neither be over capitalization, neither there should be under capitalization. Over capitalization will lead a burden to a company, whereas under capitalization will lead to that you are not able to grab the various opportunities which are available in the market. So we need to find out the capital in that way. We have to ascertain our capital requirement in such way that neither there is over capitalization or there should not be under capitalization. So what is the meaning of the capital structure? The structure, when you heard of the capital structure, means arrangement of various parts. Okay, we are basically preparing a capital structure. That means we are making the arrangement of capital from different sources so that the long term requirement of the business are met. So a capital structure basically means the long-term funds which are required, or which you require for the business purposes. Thus, the capital structure basically it combines what? It लॉन्ग टर्म रिक्वायरमेंट्स के लिए कौन कौन से फंड्स अभी मैंने आपको बताए? इक्विटी शेयर कैपिटल रहता है, प्रेफरेंस शेयर कैपिटल रहता है, डिवेंचर्स रहते हैं, लॉन्ग टर्म लोन रहते हैं, रिटेन्ड रहती हैं. ये सब क्या है? पार्ट ऑफ अ लॉन्ग टर्म सोर्सेज. ओके, सो द कैपिटल स्ट्रक्चर बेसिकली यू कैन से मीन्स द अरेंजमेंट ऑफ कैपिटल from different sources. Okay, so different sources are like either you can go for the long term, either you can go for the shares, either you can go for debentures, or either you can for debt. So these are basically the sources which you are going to have. Okay, so to have the sum of all those that are required for a long term, they are known as the capital structure. So if you can look into the definition, according to the definition of Christenberg, what is given? Capital structure of a company refer to the composition, or you can say a makeup of its capitalization. Capitalization here means all the sources that are required, and it includes all long term capital sources. जितने भी आपके capital के sources हैं जो long term के लिए हैं, shares, debentures, preference shares, long term loan, retained earning, they become a part of your capital structure. One more definition it is given according to Prasanna Chandra: the composition of a firm's financing consists of equity, preference, and debt. See, you basically decide either I have to go for debt or either I have to go for the equity. Okay, so in this chapter we will basically learn like what are the benefits of having debt, what are the benefits of having a equity, and how we can determine our capacity, like what we should go for and what should be our optimal capital structure. Okay, so according to the definition, I think it's double pasted by mistake, sorry. Okay, then comes the optimum capital structure. What does the optimum capital structure means? The optimum capital structure means the capital structure at which the weighted average cost of capital is minimum and the value of the firm is maximum. So it basically include 2 points. First, your cost should be minimum. Okay, that is a weighted average cost. In my next slides, I'll discuss what is a weighted average cost, or you can say, you can simply remember that the overall cost of capital. Okay, so your cost of capital, which is the cost for raising that capital, should be minimum. Okay, you should be easily the funds that you are required for the long term should be available to you easily, and you should be easily able to grab them at a lower rates. And secondly, that the value of the firm is maximum. Like whatsoever funds you are investing, they should gain you some advantage. So they should gain you some advantage means that they should add some advantage or the value to the firm. So optimal capital structure is what? It is basically which fulfills the two objectives. The first objective is that it maximize the value of the firm. Second is it minimize the overall cost of the capital. ओके, सो दैट इज योर कैपिटल स्ट्रक्चर. अभी हम कभी भी कैपिटल मार्केट से लेते हैं या हमें इन्वेस्ट करना रहता है, हमारा एक ऑब्जेक्टिव रहता है, और वन ऑब्जेक्टिव इज कि वो हमें कम से कम रेट्स पे अवेलेबल हो. सपोज इफ आई कैन वांट टू इन्वेस्ट इन सम इन्वेस्टमेंट पर्पसेस फॉर आवर बिजनेस. ओके, मुझे रिक्वायरमेंट है, मुझे 3 लाख रुपीज चाहिए. आई रेज्ड इट एट अ कॉस्ट ऑफ यू कैन से एट एन इंटरेस्ट ऑफ 10%. ओके, बट आई एम गेनिंग, जब मैंने उसको इन्वेस्ट किया तो उसके बाद मुझे कितना इंटरेस्ट मिल रहा है, उससे 8% रिटर्न आ रहा है. इज इट बेनिफिशियल फॉर मी? इज इट बेनिफिशियल फॉर मी?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
हाउ? यू आर हैविंग अ फंड, आपने बाहर से लिया 10% पे, और आपको अभी जब आपने उसको इन्वेस्ट किया आपको 8% मिल रहा है. इज इट बेनिफिशियल?
No, ma'am. Sorry.
Yeah, it is not beneficial, because you should always believe in, हम लोग को क्या रहता है कि जितना हमने इंटरेस्ट से लिया है उससे ज्यादा इंटरेस्ट हमें आना चाहिए. That means our overall cost should be reduced and our value of the firm should increase. That means अगर मैंने आज के टाइम में 3 लाख रुपीस बिजनेस में इन्वेस्ट किए हैं, सो व्हाट इज माय ऑब्जेक्टिव? दैट ईदर आई शुड एटलीस्ट, मुझे 4 लाख 5 लाख कुछ तो इंटरेस्ट होगा तभी मैं उसमें इन्वेस्ट करूंगी ना, अदरवाइज आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू इन्वेस्ट दैट. सो our optimal capital structure means the one where our cost of capital is minimum. That means we will find out क्या मुझे इस टाइम पे डेट लेना इजी है, वो कम पे मिल रहा है, और either I can go for equity. Equity here means, what does equity mean? What is debt and what is equity? What is debt and what is equity? This is a very basic thing. What is a debt and what is equity? I hope it is first semester you have already cleared. Now either you should know what is debt. Debt क्या होता है? What is debt? My voice is audible to you or not?
Yes, ma'am, we can hear you.
Okay, so what is debt?
Ma'am, debt, right?
What is it, Ankur? Come again, I didn't hear you.
Ma'am, what you asked, I didn't hear.
I said what is debt? Debt क्या होता है?
Okay, ma'am, we can say a sum of money that is owed or due.
And what is equity?
Ma'am, equity we can say is a ratio. Ma'am, sorry, cannot get it.
Okay. Anyone else? What is debt and what is equity? What is debt? What is equity? Anyone else?
Debt means loan, na?
Okay. And what is equity? Tell me, what is equity? You people are in second semester and still you are not able to find out what is debt and what is equity. I mean, how you are going to complete your MBA and how you are going to face the interviews. These are the basic thing. What is debt and what is equity? You are attending a accounts lecture. At least you should know what is debt and what is equity. Most of you are from commerce background. Tell me, what is debt and what is equity? I need an answer. Mayura, what is debt and what is equity? Rituja, Shubda, yeah, tell me what is debt?
Ma'am, yes, the value of the shares is
Your voice is not audible.
equity means shares issued by
Okay, that is.
value of the shares issued by the company.
Okay, that
Equity.
is equity. Okay. And what is debt? Okay, listen to me, all of you, very carefully. Debt is something which you have borrowed. Okay, जो आप उधार लेके पैसा लगा रहे हो बिजनेस में, that is your debt. I am telling you in a very layman language, simple one liner है. Debt जो आपका खुद का नहीं है, आपने बाहर से लेके लगाया, बैंक से क्रेडिट ले लो, बैंक से लोन ले लो, किसी फाइनेंशियल इंस्टीट्यूशन से लोन ले लिया. These are the part of a debt only. Okay, what are the part of a equity? Equity means the funds which you as an owner invest in your business. That means equity capital, preferential capital, they are the part of equity. जो ओनर का खुद का पैसा है वो इक्विटी है, जो ओनर बाहर से लेके लगा रहा है दैट इज योर डेट. इज इट क्लियर? इज इट क्लियर नाउ?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Always remember these things. Okay, so the capital structure I have told you, like what is the optimal capital structure, that means which is overall cost of capital आपका कम करता है. So overall cost of capital कैसे कम होगा? Like we will have to find out either it is reasonable for us or either it is, you can say, which is more costly for us. We need to find out a particular stage. Okay, अभी क्या होता है, debt और equity के आपके पास दो options हैं. When you are in a business, you have two sources. अगर आपको funds चाहिए तो आप क्या कर सकते हो? Either you can invest your own money or either you can go and have a loan or something. Okay, तो आप क्या करोगे? आप वो चीज लोगे जिसका आपको कॉस्ट कम होगा. अगर आपको बाहर से इजीली लोन मिल रहा है कम इंटरेस्ट पे, then you can go for debt. But in case the debt, you can say your business is into losses and nobody is ready to give you amount at that time, then what you will do? You will invest your equity in that. So that way we will find out which is the overall cost of capital is minimum. हमारा cost जिससे कम आता है बेटा, हम उससे पैसा लेते हैं. इतना समझा आपको ना? भी इतना समझ में आया?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so why we need to find out like what is the you can say the optimal capital structure. अभी हमें optimal capital structure क्यों find out करना है? The first one you can see, because we want to optimize the value of the firm by finding the best mix. Because see, whenever we are investing in a business or when we are starting our business, we have only one aim, that we want to maximize the value of the firm. We want to earn the profit, you can say. So वो कैसे होगा? अगर हमारा ऑप्टिमल कैपिटल स्ट्रक्चर होगा. कैपिटल स्ट्रक्चर ऐसा होगा कि हमें जब पैसा चाहिए तब हमारे पास है, और वो पैसा ऐसा भी नहीं है कि वो अननेसेसरली पड़ा है. दैट मीन्स नीदर ओवर कैपिटलाइजेशन इज देयर नॉर अंडर कैपिटलाइजेशन इज देयर. ओके, सो हम वैसा कैपिटल स्ट्रक्चर फाइंड आउट करेंगे. So that is why it is important to find out the optimal capital structure. Then it provides a signal that the firm is following proper rule of corporate finance to improve its balance sheet. See, whenever we have an optimal capital structure, that means we are able to perform all the business function accordingly and we are performing it at a very good. Okay, तो फिर क्या रहता है? ओवरऑल क्या रहता है? ओवरऑल हमारी परफॉर्मेंस बढ़ती है, हमारी बैलेंस शीट इंप्रूव होती है, इन्वेस्टर्स हमें इन्वेस्ट करते हैं बिकॉज दे फील this company is doing very good in the scales. Okay, so that is why we need to find out why the optimal capital structure is there. Okay, is it understood? Now
Yes,
we can
ma'am.
say, yeah, now we will have to find out capital structure. So capital structure of a company, a company can, as I told you, either you can go for debt, either you can go for equity. So you need to find out like what is the optimum, you can say, various form of capital structure. That means how you are going to raise the fund. The first one is the equity shares. That means you are going to invest your own funds only. Then you can have a mix of okay, some part of equity and some part of preference share. Then you move on, okay, no, equity and debt. That means आपको equity में आप अपना फंड भी लगा रहे हो, डिवेंचर्स दे रहे हो ताकि आप डेट रेज कर सको, ठीक है ना. तो third, fourth है equity, preference and debenture. So these are basically the options where you can raise the funds. These are basically the various types of the capital structure. Now, what is the capital structure features? Like when you will say, okay, this is the capital structure, which is very good. Like what are the features for that? The first one is profitability. So profitability here means that it ensures most profits are earned. It should offer the least cost of financing with maximum return. As I told you that it is only profitable to you whenever you have the funds at a reasonable rate. You can have the funds from the market या आप अपना fund invest कर रहे हो, वो आपको कम returns पे मिल रहा है, and you are investing it in something which is yielding more profit for you. Okay, that is the profitability. Then come the solvency. So the structure should not lead the company to a point it risks being insolvent. Too much debt threatens a company's solvency, so any debt taken should be manageable. See, whenever you are investing your funds, even if you are running into losses, then you don't have to pay anything to anyone else. ठीक है, आपका खुद का फंड था, आपने अपने पैसा लगा दिया, ठीक है. बट अगर सपोज करो आपने बैंक से लोन लिया, ठीक है, आपको वो बैंक का इंटरेस्ट तो देना ही पड़ेगा, एंड यू हैव टू पे दैट. Suppose your business is not doing good in scales, then what will happen? You are not able to repay your loan and you will run into insolvency. तो बैंक आपको insolvent declare कर देगा. So you will have to find out if my earning capacity is good, only then I can go for debt. Okay? जब जिस टाइम पे हमारा बेटा रिसेशन का पीरियड होता है, इट इज ऑलवेज प्रेफरेबल कि उस टाइम में बाहर से पैसा मत लो, बिकॉज यू डोंट हैव द अर्निंग, देन यू विल नॉट बी एबल टू रीपे द अमाउंट. अभी आपको चाहे डेट आपको इजीली मिल रहा हो, बट आपको ये तो देखना होगा ना, आपको रीपे तो करना ही पड़ेगा ना. ओके, सो दैट इज द सॉल्वेंसी. Then the next is the flexibility. The flexibility means the capital structure should be such that it can be easily changed according to the market need. That means suppose my earlier, अभी मुझे हर मंथ के लिए 5 लाख रुपीस चाहिए रहता है according to my capital structure. Suppose I plan out, okay, I have to start up with a new plant. I have to set up some new machinery in my plant and I need additional 8 lakh rupees. So my capital structure should be flexible. That means I am able to make the changes and I can go for that additional 3000. जो मुझे 3000 additional चाहिए होंगे वो मैं arrange कर पाऊँ. Okay, so the my capital structure should be flexible. That means it should change according to the market needs. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Then the last one is the control. So the structure should not give away control of the company. So the control किसके पास होता है कंपनी का? कंट्रोल किसके पास होता है बेटा?
ओनर के पास मैम.
हाँ, ओनर्स मीन्स इक्विटी शेयर कैपिटल ओनर्स, ठीक है. तो उनके पास होता है व्हेनेवर दे आर इन अ व्यू कि हमें अपने पास कंट्रोल ज्यादा रखना है, तो अगर बार बार हम इक्विटी शेयर्स वो करेंगे, डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करेंगे, और यू कैन से वी आर फ्लोटिंग इक्विटी शेयर्स, तो उनका कंट्रोल कम हो जाएगा. So that will not be beneficial for them. So we should keep into mind also कि हमें अपना कंट्रोल भी अपने पास रखना है और अपना कैपिटल स्ट्रक्चर भी अकॉर्डिंगली एडजस्ट करना है. So our capital structure should be such that our control is not, you can say we are not losing our control. Okay, ये नहीं है कि हम इतना ज्यादा इक्विटी शेयर कैपिटल देते रहे तो क्या होगा, ultimately you will lose the control ना. So you will have to take this thing into consideration. Now I have told you what is the capital structure, how it you can you find out the optimal, what is the definition, we have covered this. Now we'll cover is what are the factors which affect the capital structure. See, capital structure requirement, tell me one thing, अगर आपका business capital structure is same for every organization, हर organization के लिए क्या एक ही जैसा capital structure work करेगा? Tell me. if one capital structure is sufficient for every type of organization, अगर आपका कोई टायर का प्लांट है उसका, और आपका कोई मैन्युफैक्चरिंग का प्लांट है फार्मास्यूटिकल्स का, देन यू हैव वन प्लांट ऑफ पेट्रोकेमिकल, देन यू हैव वन प्लांट ऑफ यू कैन से क्लोथिंग और समथिंग, क्या उन सबका कैपिटल स्ट्रक्चर बेटा एक जैसा रहेगा या अलग अलग रहेगा?
मैम अलग अलग रहेगा मैम.
Oh, yes. So every capital structure is different. So every organization has different demands, and accordingly their capital structure is different. Okay. So our capital structure, you can say, basically is different for every organization. So now what are the factors, you can say, which affect your capital structure? There are various factors which affect your capital structure. The first, that is, there is the nature of the business. So what does it mean? That the business which are you can say have stable and certain earnings, preferred debentures or preference share, and companies having no assured income depend upon internal sources. It means अगर आपको confirmed है कि मेरा हर every month I am able to make out 10 lakh profit, okay, then what you will do, you can go, क्या करोगे, अगर आपको assured income है कि हाँ मुझे तो इतना 10 लाख रुपीज आता ही आता है, तो आप इजीली लोन वगैरह ले सकते हो ना, बिकॉज यू आर एबल टू रीपे द अमाउंट. ओके, बट इफ यू आर नॉट श्योर अबाउट योर अर्निंग, सपोज यू आर न्यू इनटू द बिजनेस, तो आपको श्योरिटी नहीं है कि क्या मुझे इतना प्रॉफिट आएगा या मैं क्या इतना अर्न कर पाऊंगी, देन व्हाट यू विल डू, you will invest your own funds in the business. So that does mean nature of the business. अगर तो आपका बिजनेस अच्छा कर रहा है, आपकी अर्निंग अच्छी है, तो आप इजीली डिवेंचर्स लोन ले सकते हो, ठीक है. बट अगर आपकी कंपनी की you can say earning capacity is not good, you are new into the business, or you can say your business is into the recession phase, then you will invest your own money. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes ma'am.
Then is the size of the company. What does the size of the company means? See, if you are new into the business, you are a small corporation, then your creditability or your you can say is not known to the business organization, so they will hesitate to give you the loan. But if you are some big company, your goodwill, your stability is already known to the company, then you can easily go for the debt. तो आपको easily loan मिल जाता है. अगर हम किसी बिजनेस में बेटा नए में होते हैं, या हमारी साइज कंपनी का उतना नहीं बड़ा है, अभी एग्जिस्टेंस में नहीं दिख रहा है किसी को, तो हमारे लिए लोन लेना इजी नहीं रहता. Once you have established your organization or your size of the company, you can say is already established in the market, then you are easily able to get the debt from the financial institutions. Then is the period of a finance. As I told you, we have two types of requirement, long term as well as the short term. Whenever we have to go for the long term investment, or you can say we require long term funds, what we will do, we will issue debentures or preference shares, because they raise our funds for a long term. ठीक है, तभी हमें long term के लिए पैसा चाहिए, तो हम लोग debentures और preference shares से लेते हैं. But if you require, you can say when the funds which you can say are required for the working capital, then you can go and have it from the banks. बैंक से लोन लेते हो, but वो इतना long term के लिए आपको नहीं मिलता है, ठीक है. So the period of finance, that means कितना आपका requirement और कितने time के लिए है, that will decide what you will have to, either you have to go for equity or you have to go for the debt. Then is the control. As I told you, the control lies with whom? कंट्रोल किसके पास है बेटा? आपके इक्विटी शेयर होल्डर्स के पास. अभी बोला ना मैंने आपको.
Yes, ma'am.
See, if the equity shareholder are not, they don't like, okay, I don't want to lose my control, so what they will prefer? अगर उनको चाहिए कि हाँ मुझे तो अपना जो भी है कि मेरा लॉस नहीं होना चाहिए कंट्रोल का, तो व्हाट दे विल से, ओके वी विल हैव डेट. तो उनको डेट लेना इजी लगेगा, बिकॉज जो डिवेंचर होल्डर्स होते हैं उनके पास कोई वोटिंग राइट नहीं होता, प्रेफरेंस शेयर का कोई वोटिंग राइट नहीं होता. बट अगर इक्विटी शेयर जाता है, दैट पर्सन बिकम ऑब्वियसली द ओनर ऑफ द कंपनी. तो उनको हमेशा क्या रहता है, इक्विटी शेयर होल्डर जो कंपनी के ओनर्स होते हैं, वो क्या बोलते हैं, ठीक है बैंक से लोन ले लो, डिवेंचर्स ले लो, यू कैन रेज अ फंड फ्रॉम द डेट सोर्सेज। वो बोलते हैं डेट से ले लो पैसा, खुद का पैसा हम लोग अगर इक्विटी शेयर्स हम फ्लोट करते हैं तो हमारा कंट्रोल जाएगा। ओके, सो दे basically don't like to dilute their control. Then is the environment of the capital market. What does it mean? The capital markets, you can say there are various phases, either boom, recession, depression, बहुत सारे phases आते हैं ना business में।
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you whenever your business is, you can say, in a boom phase, so then you can have your own money, you can invest it because your earning capacity is already very good. Okay, but when your business is into, you can say, not in a good phase, okay, you are not earning enough, then the equity shareholder will not have that much money to invest. So what they will do, they will rely on debt. तो वो डेट से पैसा लेंगे, बैंक से ले लेंगे, फाइनेंशियल इंस्टीट्यूशन से ले लेंगे, बिकॉज दे डोंट हैव दैट मनी विद देम बिकॉज ऑफ द रिसेशन. Then is the nature and type of investment. So what is the nature and type of investment means? There are some person who are very risk, जिनको रिस्क लेना पसंद है, और कुछ पर्सन है जिनको रिस्क लेना पसंद नहीं है. ओके, so a person who is able to take the risk, what he will do? They will invest in the equity shares. Okay, they will float the money and they will see, okay, let invest in the equity. Okay, but the person who are very shaky nature, or you can say don't like to have that, then they will obviously invest in the preference share. Okay, जो बहुत ज्यादा कॉशियस होते हैं, जिनको लगता है कि नहीं मुझे अपना डाइल्यूट नहीं करना है, कंट्रोल मुझे किसी और को नहीं देना है, वो बोलते हैं डेट से या फिर हम प्रेफरेंस शेयर से पैसा ले लेते हैं. बट वन हु आर लाइक वेरी ओके, ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं, कुछ रिस्क नहीं है, आई कैन डाइल्यूट माई कंट्रोल, दे आर द पर्सन हु लाइक टू go for the equity share. Okay, then is the regulatory framework. So regulatory framework, you can say every company has a different ratio. Some ratios are told like okay 2:1 का ratio रखो equity का, कोई बोलता है 4:1, 6:1, that depends upon which business you are into. ठीक है, तो इसकी गाइडलाइंस हमें सेबी ने दी है. दे आर नॉट मैंडेटरी बट स्टिल दे प्रोवाइड, ओके दिस इज द रेशियो which is, you can say, optimal for your business. So accordingly you can plan how much debt you should go for and how much equity you should maintain. Then is the flotation cost. What does the flotation cost mean? Whenever you are, you can say, issue a security, there are some costs which you have to incur. ठीक है, क्या होता है, कमीशन ऑफ अंडरराइटर, ब्रोकरेज, स्टेशनरी, ये सब एक्सपेंसेस आपको पढ़ने पड़ते हैं. दे आर नोन एज द फ्लोटेशन कॉस्ट. So generally issue debt capital cost is less than the share capital. अगर आप डेट से पैसा लेते हो बेटा, उसमें कम पैसा खर्च होता है rather than equity, because उसमें क्या है, आपको कमीशन पे करना पड़ता है. Then there are lot of formalities which have to be fulfilled. So the you can say debt is obviously less costly. Okay, debt हमेशा costly कम होता है. Let me have water just a second. Then next is a legal provision. A legal provision here means that what are the provisions which you have to fulfill, okay, before taking into that capital. Okay, whenever you have to raise equity capital, you have to, as I told you, there are a lot of formalities. Okay, you have to float, then you have to underwriting commission you have to pay, then you have to fulfill a lot of you can say prospectus issue करना, ये सब बहुत सारी formalities होती हैं. But debt के लिए क्या है, you can easily go to a bank, or you can say you can easily go for the issue of the debentures. So that is less complicated as in the case of the debentures. Debentures को issue करना less complicated होता है as in the case of the share capital. Then is the trading on equity. What does the trading on equity means? A company raises debt at low cost with a view to enhance the earning of its shareholder. How? बिकॉज जो कॉस्ट ऑफ डेट होता है वो बेसिकली क्या होता है बेटा, वहां पे टैक्स का एडवांटेज मिलता है, ठीक है। अगर आप शेयर कैपिटल पे इन्वेस्ट करते हो देन ऑब्वियसली टैक्स लाइबिलिटी लाइज विद यू, बट इफ यू आर गोइंग फॉर अ डेट देन टैक्स लाइबिलिटी इज ऑब्वियसली नॉट देयर। सो अ फिक्स रिटर्न इज पेबल ऑन डेट, सिर्फ आपको उस पे इंटरेस्ट पे करना है ना, और कुछ पे नहीं करना। सो दैट इज व्हाई अ कैपिटल स्ट्रक्चर कैसा होना चाहिए, जिसमें डेट का पार्ट भी हो और इक्विटी का पार्ट भी हो, दोनों पार्ट लेके चलना है। ओके
Yes, ma'am.
okay, then is the risk. As I told you, there are various types of the risk in the business risk, financial risk, दोनों होते हैं। A firm with higher business risk prefer to have low level of debt, ठीक है। जिसको रिस्क लेने की आदत है, they will say okay we can go for the equity, but the one who is not ready to do that, then what they will do, they will go for the equity one. Okay, then the growth rate, tax consideration and cost of capital. So these are basically the points जो मैंने पहले भी cover किया है. I'll explain once again. Actually some points are a repetition of the one or other in one way or the other. You need to understand one thing, जो debt होता है वो हमेशा आपको बैंक से अगर आप या कहीं से भी आप debt लेते हो, debt in case of equity और debt में अगर आप compare करोगे, debt हमेशा आपके लिए less expensive होता है, okay, and less complicated होता है because उसमें formalities कम होती हैं, but that too depends कि अगर आपकी कैसे आपको easily debt मिल रहा है नहीं मिल रहा है, then your earning capacity, so you need to find out that although they have the advantage but there are some disadvantage also. I'll explain one by one. Debt के क्या advantage हैं, क्या disadvantage हैं, I'll also cover that. Now the first thing, that is a growth rate. See, whenever you are in a growing phase, you have started up with your business, you are in a growing phase, you require more funds. So what you will do? Then you can, okay, you can don't have your own funds with you, then you rely on debt. Because आपके पास खुद के उस टाइम कहाँ पे होता है, अभी आप जब नया बिजनेस लगाते हो तो बेटा नॉर्मली आप क्या करते हो, बैंक से लोन लेके स्टार्ट करते हो, बिकॉज अभी आपका अर्निंग ही कुछ नहीं हुआ. सो हाउ यू कैन गो एंड हैव दैट मनी. So for that, you have only one option, that you can go and find out the money from the debt sources only. Then is the tax consideration. As I told you, the tax part is basically beneficial in case of a debt. अगर आप debt लेते हो तो आपको tax का benefit मिलता है. Okay, but in case of equity, debt advantage is not there. Then is a cost of capital. So what is the cost of capital means? Cost of capital means that the cost of equity, if you can see that the cost of equity is higher than the cost of debt. मैंने आपको बताया because जो debt holder होते हैं उनको हमने कुछ भी क्या रहता है, whenever you are going into business, तो आपको क्या रहता है, अगर आपने debt sources ले लिया पैसा, then you have to pay the repay करना पड़ेगा आपको उनको, इंटरेस्ट भी, प्रिंसिपल अमाउंट भी. बट अगर आपका खुद का पैसा है, then you don't need to go and you can say repay the amount. So firm को क्या करना है, firm have to adjust the capital structure in order to keep the riskiness of their debt and equity reasonably, so that they should have a lower cost of capital. So they will have to find out the cost of a capital where debt and equity are cost is minimum. Okay, so you need to find out that mix where the cost is minimum. Then is the profitability. A company with higher profitability, what will do? It will obviously can have debts from outside sources. But a company which don't have that profitability, जिसके पास profit ही नहीं है, तो उसके पास एक ही source है, that is it can go for its own sources only. ठीक है ना, जिसके खुद का प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी अच्छा है उसको तो इजीली डेट मिल जाएगा ना बेटा. What you say, profitability, whenever you have a profitability with you, then आपके पास दोनों सोर्सेज है ना, आप इक्विटी भी ले सकते हो, आप डेट भी ले सकते हो. What you will go for? Tell me. Tell me.
Equity.
Yes, that is मैंने इसीलिए गलत है मैं बोल रही हूँ, मैं सोचू कोई तो बोलेगा, बट यू पीपल आर नॉट. थैंक्स, एटलीस्ट समवन इज लिसनिंग. So whenever you are in a good position, your business is in a profitable phase, then obviously you have the funds with you. You can invest your own funds. You can invest your equity funds with the business. So that is why profitability point is there. Like if the company is in a profitable phase, then it can obviously invest its own funds. And then is the financing purposes. So the financing purposes mean either you have to have the fund for the long term or for the short term. For the long term sources, you obviously rely on the equity sources. Okay. And for the short term, we rely on the debt. अभी क्या रहता है लॉन्ग टर्म के लिए क्या रहता है अगर आपको लॉन्ग टर्म फंड चाहिए तो आप क्या करते हो इक्विटी शेयर कैपिटल रेज करते हो बट अगर शॉर्ट टर्म के लिए चाहिए यू कैन रिलाई ऑन द बैंक लोन यू कैन रिलाई ऑन द डिवेंचर पार्ट ओके सो दैट इज नोन एज द फाइनेंसिंग पर्पसेस दैट मींस आप अपना पर्पस देखते हो मुझे लॉन्ग टर्म के लिए पैसा चाहिए या शॉर्ट टर्म के लिए चाहिए एंड अकॉर्डिंगली यू डिसाइड ईदर यू हैव टू गो फॉर द इक्विटी और यू हैव टू गो फॉर द डेट पार्ट. Then is the capital structure of other companies. What does the capital structure is influenced by the industry to which a company is related? Okay, all the company related to a given industry produce almost similar products, so their cost is obviously similar. So उनका क्या difference रहेगा? क्या रहता है अगर आप किसी बिजनेस को देखो अगर आप एक बिजनेस में हो एक इंडस्ट्री में बहुत सारी फर्म्स होती हैं दे बेसिकली फॉलो द सेम प्रोसीजर द वन इज डूइंग ओके बिकॉज क्या रहता है उनकी अर्निंग सेम रहती है ऑब्वियसली उनका कंपटीशन लेवल एक जैसा रहता है सो दे हैव अ सेम सॉर्ट ऑफ अ कैपिटल स्ट्रक्चर नाउ as I told you what are the sources of finance that means from where you can have the funds. First is the retained earning. What is the retained earning means? What does the retained earning mean?
Profit.
Yes.
Profit.
So yeah, retained earning means the profit which a business has earned जो आपने शेयर होल्डर्स को अभी डिवाइड नहीं किए हैं एज अ डिविडेंड आपने उनको नहीं दिए हैं दैट इज द फंड विच इज लाइंग विद यू दैट इज नोन एज द रिटेन्ड अर्निंग विच इज अ पार्ट ऑफ योर अर्निंग ओके अभी वो आपने शेयर होल्डर को एज अ डिविडेंड नहीं दिए हैं तो आपके पास दो ऑप्शन रहती हैं वेन एवर यू हैव अ फंड विद यू यू हैव टू ऑप्शंस either you can reinvest them okay or you can pay it as a dividend so that is the retained earning तो एक businessman क्या करता है whenever a businessman is there he will keep some funds as a retained earning with him so that whenever the requirement of funds is there he can meet from that okay and second option that lies with that person is that either he can what he can do is he can give it to the shareholder as a dividend okay this is a you can say a source of income retained earning so retained earning you can say I have given you some merits and some disadvantages advantages अगर मैं आपको बताऊं देखो अभी क्या है that is your own source of fund so you can rely on it okay I have this much earning मुझे पता है मेरा हर महीने इतना बिजनेस होता है मुझे इतनी अर्निंग आती है then I can invest that so that is a permanent source it does not involve any explicit cost that means you don't have to pay any interest कोई flotation cost कुछ पे तो नहीं करना पड़ता ना because it is your own source but अभी इसका disadvantage क्या है whenever अगर आपके शेयर होल्डर्स को पता है कि नहीं ज्यादा पार्ट तो रिटेन्ड कर लेते हैं ये प्रॉफिट का ओनली सम पार्ट ऑफ अस इट इज गिवन एज अ डिविडेंड सो इक्विटी शेयर होल्डर विल नॉट बी इंटरेस्टेड इन द कंपनी जो ज्यादा से ज्यादा शेयर्स का प्रॉफिट अपने पास रखती है and very less percentage is given to them okay so they are not interested in that so this is you can say the disadvantage and secondly it is not certain like if your business is you can say okay we can say हाँ मेरा इतना हर बार business हो रहा है but it is not possible ना you can don't guarantee itself you can't guarantee okay मेरा इतना profit होगा ही होगा no you can't guarantee so there may be chances if you are not able to make that profit then you will suffer a loss and then retained earning आपके पास होगा ही नहीं तो आप उस पर rely नहीं कर सकते ना because that part is not with you and when this recession phase is there so you don't have any retained earnings with you because you are not making any profits out of your business then is the trade credit what does the trade credit means What is a trade credit? What is a trade credit? ट्रेड क्रेडिट बेसिकली मीन्स जब आप बिजनेस में होते हो, आप बहुत सारा सामान, अभी ये तो नहीं है ना सब चीजें आपने दी वो कैश में जाती है, कैश में जाती हैं?
नो मैम।
No,
आपके
ma'am.
पास
No, no.
कैश में तो नहीं आती ना, तो क्या रहता है, अभी जो सप्लायर रहते हैं, रॉ मटेरियल देते हैं आपको, या फिर जो भी आपने इक्विपमेंट्स बाकी परचेज की, मशीनरी वगैरह, तो वो हर चीज आप कैश पे तो नहीं लोगे, ठीक है ना? तो जो सप्लायर्स हैं वो जो आपको क्रेडिट प्रोवाइड करते हैं फॉर द आइटम्स दैट दे आर प्रोवाइडिंग यू, द क्रेडिट दे गिव यू इज नोन एज द ट्रेड क्रेडिट, जो आपके सप्लायर्स आपको देते हैं. ओके, पे आफ्टर 2 months, पे आफ्टर 3 months. So some companies use that as a, you can say, as a source of capital also. ये सिर्फ मैंने आपके लिए इसलिए लिखा है कि ट्रेड क्रेडिट आपको पता होना चाहिए. Most of the time people ask what is the difference between a trade credit and a cash credit. Any one of you can tell me what is trade credit and what is cash credit? Okay, fine. All of you note down trade credit versus cash credit. मुझे next lecture, that is tomorrow, I need an answer from the persons who are not answering in the class. What is the difference between trade credit and cash credit? So tomorrow when I'll start my lecture, first I'll ask this question, then I will proceed with my lecture. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So you need to understand
Yes,
ट्रेड
ma'am.
क्रेडिट मैंने आपको बता दिया बेटा क्या होता है, ठीक है? जब आपके सप्लायर आपको बोलते हैं ठीक है पे आफ्टर 2 months, पे आफ्टर 3 months, तो क्या होता है, वो पैसा आपके पास जो पड़ा है तो वो आप क्या कर सकते हो, एज अ सोर्स ऑफ कैपिटल यूज कर सकते हो ना, फॉर द टाइम बिंग, जब तक उनको पे नहीं करना, सो दैट दे यूज इट एज अ ट्रेड क्रेडिट. ओके, now the main sources which are there are the equity share capital. So what is the equity share? Equity share, just remember that the equity shareholders are the owners of the company. Okay, they, you can say, they basically control all the business. Okay, so they are the one who are having the control of the business. तो उनको क्या रहता है, उनको कुछ डिविडेंड पे नहीं किया जाता, they are not given any dividend. उनको डिविडेंड देना नहीं देना is an optional. Okay, so equity shareholder don't have that, but they are the owners of the company. They are the one who are the, you can say, the decision maker. Okay, so I have given you some advantages. See, first advantage that is there is payment of dividend to equity shareholder is not compulsory, so they don't add any you can say extra burden on you. अगर आप इक्विटी से पैसा लेते हो तो आपके ऊपर कोई बर्डन नहीं है कि मुझे इतना पैसा तो हर महीने पे करना ही करना है. No, you don't have that burden. And equity share capital is a permanent capital because you are the owner, your capital is permanent with the business. It provides credit worthiness to the company and confidence to the prospective loan provider. So when an equity share person has invested his funds, so obviously क्या रहता है कि okay, he has invested his own funds, so it raises his credit worthiness. उसकी credit worthiness बढ़ जाती है कि अगर इसने खुद का फंड इतना लगाया तो हम भी इसमें इन्वेस्ट कर सकते हैं. But there are certain limitations. First, investor who wants steady income may not prefer equity shareholders. Okay, because उनका जो रहता है, मैंने बोला रिटर्न जो होता है बेटा फिक्स्ड नहीं रहता. तो इक्विटी शेयर कैपिटल का एक डिसएडवांटेज, जिन लोगों को होता है कि हमें रेगुलर इनकम चाहिए, दे डोंट इन्वेस्ट इन द इक्विटी शेयर होल्डर. एंड द कॉस्ट ऑफ इक्विटी शेयर इज मोर एज कंपेयर टू डेट. ये तो है ही, बिकॉज there are a lot of formalities or lot of a flotation cost which we incur for a equity share capital rise. अगर हमें इक्विटी शेयर कैपिटल बेटा रेज करनी है तो उसके लिए हमें बहुत सारी कॉस्ट इनकर करनी पड़ती है. आपको अंडर राइटर्स के पैसे देने पड़ते हैं, कमीशन देना पड़ता है. सो दीज आर द थिंग्स व्हिच यू हैव टू बॉर्न इफ यू वांट टू रेज द इक्विटी शेयर कैपिटल. एंड सेकंड, एक सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट क्या रहता है बेटा, अगर हम इक्विटी शेयर कैपिटल को फ्लोट करते हैं ना तो हमारा जो कंट्रोल होता है वो कम होता रहता है ना. सपोज अर्लियर मी एंड वन मोर पर्सन इज देयर इन द बिजनेस, नाउ आई नीड फंड्स, तो मैंने क्या किया, अपना इक्विटी शेयर कैपिटल फ्लोट किया मार्केट में, तो अभी क्या हो गया, थर्ड पर्सन का भी से आ गया ना, मेरा कंट्रोल डाइल्यूट हो गया ना. सपोज अर्लियर आई हैव 60%, नाउ माय कंट्रोल इज रिड्यूस टू 50%. सो ऑब्वियसली मेरा कंट्रोल भी बेटा कम हो गया. दिस इज द डिसएडवांटेज ऑफ द इक्विटी शेयर कैपिटल. Now there come the next, that is the preference share capital. What is the preference share? What is preference share? See, difference between equity share and preference share is that in case of a preference share, you don't have any in case of preference share, उनके पास कुछ भी वोटिंग का राइट नहीं रहता. वो सिर्फ शेयर होल्डर होते हैं आपकी कंपनी के, वो ओनर्स नहीं होते. बट उनके पास एक प्रेफरेंस रहती है. whenever a company declare dividend, they are the first who will get the dividend. सबसे पहले उनको डिविडेंड दिया जाता है. और अगर आपकी कंपनी वाइंड अप होती है, लिक्विडेट होती है, तो सबसे पहले पैसा किसको मिलता है? प्रेफरेंस शेयर होल्डर. इज इट क्लियर?
Yes, ma'am.
So the preference shareholders का भी क्या एडवांटेज है? The first advantage is preference shareholder provide reasonably steady income. Obviously steady income है, fixed income है, because उनका डिविडेंड ऑलरेडी फिक्स्ड है कि इनको डिविडेंड हमने पे करना ही करना है. Then the preference share are useful for those investors who want fixed rate of interest with comparatively low risk. उनका रिस्क बहुत कम होता है. ठीक है. So anyone who want to go for the fixed rate will go for the preference share. But उसका limitation क्या है? There are some person who are interested in higher return. अभी इक्विटी वालों को क्या होता है? एंड में पैसा मिलता है. And if the company is making huge profits, so they are provided more profit at that time. Okay, preference वालों को वो profit नहीं मिलता है. Preference shareholders को और भी एक disadvantage क्या होता है? They don't have any say in the company. Okay, they are not basically the owners of the company. Okay, they are basically the shareholders only who are giving preference at the time of dividend और वोटिंग राइट पे ही उनको प्रेफरेंस होता है. बट उनको एज सच कोई प्रॉफिट, उनको कोई से नहीं होता मैनेजमेंट में. नाउ द लास्ट सोर्स, दैट इज देयर इज अ डिवेंचर. व्हाट डज अ डिवेंचर मींस? व्हाट डज डिवेंचर मींस? डिवेंचर क्या होता है? व्हाट इज अ डिवेंचर? What is debenture? As I told you, debenture itself means किसी से पैसा आपको लेना है तो आप क्या करते हो? कंपनी क्या करती है? एक रिटर्न इंस्ट्रूमेंट देती है that I have to purchase this much amount. Okay, they give that to that person. तो क्या होता है? कंपनी क्या करती है? इशू करती है पब्लिक को फॉर द रीपेमेंट ऑफ मनी बोरोड फ्रॉम देम. ठीक है. अभी हम डिवेंचर कंपनी इशू कर देती है अपनी सील के अंडर कि दिस मच अमाउंट आई हैव बोरोड फ्रॉम यू. समझ में आया? दिस इज नोन एज डिवेंचर. ठीक है.
Yes, ma'am.
कंपनी अपनी सील के अंडर एक इंस्ट्रूमेंट इशू करती है, दैट इज नोन एज डिवेंचर. दैट इज एन एक्नॉलेजमेंट दैट यू हैव टेकन दिस मच क्रेडिट फ्रॉम दिस पर्सन. सो वो आपका कंपनी का क्या बन जाएगा? दे बिकम द creditors of your company. That means you have to repay them at the time. जब वो आपके debentures वो हो जाते हैं what we say is due for the repayment, then you have to pay them because they are the creditors of your company. आपने उनसे पैसा उधार ले लिया, उसके बदले में आपने एक डिवेंचर इशू कर दिया अंडर योर सील ऑफ द कंपनी. नाउ द कंपनी whenever that amount they have to repay, जो उन्होंने टेन्योर के लिए लिया, सपोज 5 year 10 years, and after that
bond.
Okay, so 5 years 10 years after that you have to pay that amount. So first what they will do is, तो वो क्या रहता है? वो क्रेडिटर्स को पे करते हैं, दैट इज देयर डिवेंचर होल्डर्स. तो उनको वो पैसा पे करना रहता है. सो व्हाट आर द एडवांटेजेस? See, debt is basically always less risky, or you can say less costly. So debenture are fixed charge funds and does not you can say hamper your profits of the company. And it is situation where the sales are relatively stable. वहां पे ये आपके लिए easily आपको suitable होता है. but there are certain limitation, you can say. A fixed charge instrument debenture put up permanent burdens on the earning of the company, because a burden to hoga hi na, because you have to repay them. So it is a burden of a company. In case of redeemable debenture, the company has to make provision for repayment on a specified date. Okay? अब उस टाइम पे अगर आपको जब उनको रीपे करना है, अगर आपको फाइनेंशियल डिफिकल्टी भी है कि हाँ मैं अभी पे नहीं कर सकता, मेरा बिजनेस अच्छा नहीं है, ये वो, even then you have to pay because you have a legal obligation to repay them. So you don't claim, okay, I am not in a situation that I can repay them. No, you will have to repay them because of your legal obligation. Then is that each company has certain borrowing capacity. See, it is not possible that you can, if you require 10 lakh rupees and you have an earning capacity of 2 lakh, you can't raise a debt of 10 lakh rupees. So that too depends upon the earning capacity, or you can say the borrowing capacity. When you are issue a debt, अभी डेट लेने के टाइम पे भी वो क्रेडिट वर्दीनेस देखते हैं, क्या ये कंपनी हमें दे पाएगी या नहीं दे पाएगी. द वन विच इज मेकिंग प्रॉफिट, उसके लिए डेट लेना बहुत इजी सोर्स रहता है, बहुत इजीली उसको अवेलेबल होता है. In case of the company which is not able to make the profit, it is not easy for them to raise the debt because of their credit worthiness. ठीक है, अगर वो प्रॉफिट मेक कर रहे, if they are earning is good, then obviously they are able to raise the debt. But if their earning is not good, they are not able to make the, you can say easily they can't raise the debt. Is it clear now?
Yes, ma'am.
So in
Yes,
this
ma'am.
set, yeah. Okay, for tomorrow, what I'll take is, I'll take up, there are various, you can say the capital structure theories. There are basically 4 types of capital structure theories, which I'll explain. Then I'll just explain you what is overcapitalization and what is undercapitalization. And after that, we will take up the numericals for this unit. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay,
Yeah.
ma'am.
So we will explain, I'll explain you, and then we can proceed like that only. So once this unit is complete, then we will have basically 3 units are done with us. So most probably maybe in this week only, this 3rd unit will be completed, and then you will be left with only 2 units. So side by side, just prepare for it, because in the most probably in the August 1st week, your exams will be there.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So you will have to prepare side by side for that also.
Okay, ma'am.
So for the numerical aspect, same way last time I have done, same way I'll proceed. I'll give the question to sir. Sir will forward you the question and I'll solve that question. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
So the first 2 units are already completed, and we have also revised those 2 units. So I don't think so there is any problem with those 2 units. I have given the material to sir. Sir will share with you. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
So what about your rest of units? Are they going on? I mean, marketing, HR, everything is going on side by side?
Yes, ma'am. But nowadays, just like we are having only one lecture in the morning only of human resource management.
Okay. Okay. And for marketing, you don't have any lectures?
I think on 1 or 2 days back we are having the marketing management, but after that we are not having any lectures.
But you still have time with you people. You still have time. You can, I mean, go for that. Okay, because अभी
Yes, ma'am.
time है तो अभी हो जाएगा ये complete, इसमें इतना कुछ problem आने वाला नहीं. Okay. Okay, fine. इसके numericals भी जो है वो easy है, कुछ इतना tough नहीं है, simple numerical है, जैसे last time हमने किया था. Same way है, you need to remember the formula and then you can proceed in that way only. So it's not, you can say very tough for you people to perform those numericals. So tomorrow we have a lecture at 8, and in that we will complete and we will discuss about what is overcapitalization and what is undercapitalization. Okay, I have given you one homework. What is that? What you have to find out, all of you? आज मैंने क्या बोला है?
Credit or cash
Yes, ma'am.
difference.
So ट्रेड क्रेडिट और कैश क्रेडिट का डिफरेंस मुझे कल चाहिए आप लोगों से. एंड
Okay,
वन
ma'am.
Yeah, and one more thing that I require from all of you is, before I start further, you just need to find out what is overcapitalization and what is undercapitalization. दो aspect होते हैं, एक होता है overcapitalization, एक होता है undercapitalization. So the overcapitalization is basically when your company is, you need to find out what is overcapitalization and what is undercapitalization. Then I'll explain it, okay? Because most of the time I start up with any topic, you need to have an understanding like what exactly it was, okay? Then it becomes more interesting to discuss. So it's better you just go and find out even in Google. It's easily available what is overcapitalization, what is undercapitalization. Just search for it and then we can discuss what is overcapitalization and what is undercapitalization.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, then tomorrow 8 p.m. we will meet and discuss about this. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. Bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Bye.